you. You can see your pants, wanna dance with me. Step up to the groove, let your pants make a move. They got the rhythm, baby, and they won't let it go. Step up to the groove, let your pants make a move. They got the rhythm, baby, and they won't let it go. So are you dancing? Let's dance. No, still not you. We all can see it's your pants that want to dance with me. Step up to the groove, let your pants make a move. They got the rhythm, baby, and they won't let it go. And they won't let it go. Are you dancing? You dance? No, not you.
Most I've ever gotten a typo negative with this program.
You can see your pants, wanna dance with me.
That's like the way it sounds.
Step up to the groove, let your pants make the move. They got the rhythm, baby, and they won't let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. I can see from way over there, by the way your pants polish your chair, that they really wanna dance. So let your pants dance, let your pants dance with me.
All right. That was fun. I really like that program. I do. Suno, of course, right? And this is what we're talking about today, too. Just like the title said, right? Can music save your life or just fuck it up? For me, perhaps a little of both, right? Okay, so the story about how it saved my life, right? I don't know if I've told you guys this yet, but in case you're wondering how I was able to get over the grief that was literally ruling my life, right? I wanted to steal my life back from the spirit of grief that had me completely fucked, right? It did when my mother passed away. You know, some of you know this. I know there's probably not many people here because there were two people in the room, but it did. It was a process though, and I was more surprised than anybody by what had happened, how it worked. This was a couple years ago. I was still spiraling in the despair of having lost my mother, right? And then having to go through the whole probate, having to endure all the terrible things my family, my siblings said about me in the court of law, right? All the lies they told. I mean, to pile upon the grief that I was already going through from my mother passing, right? For me finding her cold and dead on the floor here, it was tough, right? And I wasn't finding anything that was working. I was literally going through YouTube videos, right, to try to find something to work, and nothing was working at all. I mean, I was in pretty rough shape, and people around here know this. People that know me around here, and so matter of fact, I was down there playing pool the other day, and one of the guys said that, yeah, you're a far cry from where you were just a short while ago, and so yeah, just like Slowboy's saying here, right, piling insult onto injury. Yeah, they are scum of the earth, right? And how they could do that, I still don't know, right? I still don't know to this day how they could have done that. But you know what? This is how it went. This is how it went down. This is how I was able to claim my life back from the spirit of grief. And it started out by me just writing it out of me, right? Okay, that works. It does. It works to a certain extent. And so, I remember I was telling you guys about how my mom had a bunch of poetry here that I found. I found stacks and stacks of her poems, and they're good. They're really good. My mom was really a great poet, right? And so these things are going back to the 80s, right? They're 40 years and whatnot old, right? And one of the first ones I put into the model made this incredible song that just still it's one of the best ones to date that I've made. Everybody feels real emotional uh, connection with that song. It was written about one of her friends that went missing or something. And as a matter of fact, I've redone it lately, and I'm trying to attach it to the MMIW movement because it's perfect for that. And the song, I mean, I couldn't listen to the fucking thing without crying before, right? Because it was just that way. Because every time I think about it, when they say we're looking for you, right, I would think about my mother, right? And it was like, ooh. But anyway, so how I had done it is I finally wrote a poem, right, about my very experience finding my mother cold and dead on the floor right here in this very room, right there, right. And I couldn't even come in this room for the first fucking year. It was that bad. And so after I had written the poem about that experience, that helped to a certain extent, right? It just not a lot, but it did. It helped to get the words out and put them on paper, and I could see the trying to transfer the emotion, the grief to that piece of paper, right? And some people say that works. They say that if you write your grief out on a piece of paper and then you burn it and watch the smoke go up into you're giving it back to the universe, and they say that works to a certain extent, right? And so after I'd written that poem, sure, it worked a bit. It worked a little bit. It helped. It helped a bit. But I mean, I was still, deeply ensnared by it. And so finally I had the idea to go ahead and just put it into the model, the Suno model, right? The one that I've been using, the one we were just listening to in the opening of this. And I've got so many freaking songs now. It is funny. I'm finally going to start to market them. I've been talking to one of my friends, and he's been telling me how to do it on United Masters. Southern Mama, right on. Welcome, welcome. We got Southern Mama. We got Slow Boy Christian in the house, and we got Joey, our good friend Joey, all in the house. And so I know it's probably not going to be many people on here. I've been off offline for so long, right? But hey, whoever comes in is good. And I did need to talk for a little bit too, right? Been busy here trying to keep up with everything. And it's been, hellish. And we just got like fucking foot and a half of snow and a shovel in the freaking driveway today, right? Crazy. So I go door dashing later, right? But anyway, get back to the whole thing about the whole, like the title say, music save your life, right? And this is what we're getting to. So I had written the words out of me, the grief, in the song, and it was quite a poem, right? I literally poured my heart right out onto that piece of paper. Talks about finding the only person I adore cold and dead on the floor, right? That kind of thing. And so I put it into the Suno model, and it made a really incredible song out of it. And it was right about that time, after I made the song out of it, that helped more. It did. It helped to pull the grief more out of me, right? But I still had a gigantic piano of grief on my back, and it was still pretty much controlling my whole life, right? It was. I mean, I didn't want to leave the house much because anything could trigger me to go into tears, right? And who wants to see a guy crying, for fuck's sakes? Nobody does, right? We're supposed to be fucking stoic, right? And so after I put the song or the lyrics into the model and it made that song, that helped more, right? And getting the emotion out of me and back to be recycled in the universe, get that bad energy out. And so about that time, Suno was having a contest, right, on their page. Um, let's see, I think they probably have one right now. I still have the page up, so let's go ahead and pull that up, and so you guys can see. I'm going to go to the home page because we're going to switch over to a different page here in a minute. Anyway, this is one of my playlist pages right here, but we're going to go to the home page on Suno, and so usually they're having something going on here, right? So here it is at the top. You can see that their latest thing is they're pushing their studio, which is I guess it's good. I haven't tried it yet. But if you scroll down a little bit here, you're going to find right here, remix contests. There you go, right here. There's a couple of them going on right now. And I don't really enter these much. You got to have a social media following and you got to get a bunch of plays to win one of these. But I started out trying to do it right. But anyway, they had something like this on there. After I finished that song, it was actually a contest by Suno, them, the very outfit, right? And they called it the Summer Suno Volume 2, and they were looking for songs to feature in it, right? And so I thought, what the hell? Why not? I'll enter the song that I'd made, which I titled "My Worst Day" at first, right? But I changed that title because it's way too depressing, right? I changed the title to "Always Be Your Baby Boy," right? Because that was my nickname growing up, because I was the youngest, right? The baby. And so I went ahead and entered the contest with this song. And I told them the backstory and everything, right? And I literally said, hey, this has helped me to get over this grief. Not all the way over, but it was helping. And I included that in there. And so naturally, I mean, I was surprised too, but they did pick me to be one of the winners. And so there was 200 people on that one, and they gave us each $500. And we were featured on the front page there for like a week or so, maybe even 2 weeks. And so Slowboy saying, yeah, only people who have a ton of followers or bot farms. Yeah, there you go. Said it, nailed it on the head. Of course, bot farms, right? Can win those competitions. That's so true. That is so true. But this one was done by Suno, right? And so you didn't need bot farms, right? They were picking them themselves. And so what happened was they put all the songs on the front page. They weren't all up there, right? But the top ones were up there. The ones that were getting the most plays, right? And mine consistently stayed up in that top 10, right? Which was awesome. I thought that was cool. There was one that went super viral and got like 100,000 plays. So it was only one of them that did that, right? And mine ended up getting 18,000 plays in that short amount of time, which was quite a bit. I was still in the top 10, right? And I think it might have even been in the top 5. And it was strange because after that happened, after I was, I felt better. Of course, I felt good. And then it was a short time later, I was doing something. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was down in the basement playing pool or something like that. And my pool table had just gotten it, and I was still doing that. And it was weird because I was sitting there, and it dawned on me. I had this thought. I was like, wait a second. Am I actually happy? Right? Am I actually having fun? Am I actually happy? And it was a shocker to me, right? I realized, yes, I'm actually fucking happy. Wow. The first time in almost 3 years, I felt that way. And I was like, what the fuck? What's going on here, right? And it took me a little while to actually figure it out myself. And what had happened was after 18,000 people had listened to that song, they pulled the grief right out of me. They pulled the piano, lifted off my back on its own, right? And that's it clicked in my head. That's the only thing that could have happened. So the grief transferred to the song and transferred to other people and dissipated back into the universe. Boom. So can music save your life? I'm going to say yes, because it literally gave me my life back. And that would not have happened, or it would have taken a lot longer, or whatever the fuck, had it not been for this fucking song, right? This one song. And so, yes, I believe it can. And I know that music has a very strong emotional connection. We all do. We all have it. Anybody who's listened to a song that gives them chills, what they call the ASMR, I don't know, I think it stands for auditory signal meridian response, right? That is something that you cannot control consciously, right? That happens. It's like sneezing, right? You got no control of it, right? It controls you. And so this is why music is such a great avenue, a great way to connect with people. And this is why do you think music is so powerful? People make a great song. Everybody buys it. I mean, how many people in here? What's your favorite song? Right? Think about your favorite song. When you hear that thing, when first time you heard it, you probably got chills and whatnot. Maybe still do sometimes. Right? This is very powerful, right? And what we got, Stephen Crumley. Fucking A. Cheers, my brother. How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've been on, right? But talking about how the music had given me my life back. I was able to take my life back from the spirit of grief, which was completely controlling, right? And that's how it happened for me. And this is why I'm putting this out there too, right? Anybody else who might be struggling with grief, this is one sure the fuck fire way to get that piano off your back. I like I said, I was more surprised than anybody how it worked, how well it worked, how incredibly fucking completely it worked, right? And it did. I I remember when Mother's Day came around, that was the day that my mother had passed, right? No, Easter Sunday was the day. And how could I forget that, right? When the Easter rolled around, shortly after this had happened, I didn't fucking cry, right? It wasn't my worst day anymore, right? And then Mother's Day came around, no tears either, right? And it's like, okay, that worked thoroughly and completely, and it works so fucking well that I just have to share it with everybody, right? And I've been telling other people that too, because there's other people going through these things, right now. People are dying, and when is there ever going to be a time when people aren't dying, right? Never. There's always going to be a cycle, and so yes, music can absolutely save your ass, right? But can it fuck it up too, right? And so in the case of me fucking spending way too much time making songs and whatnot, right? Um, maybe some people would say yes, it has kind of fucked up my life, right? And I've spent a lot of time on that site. I mean, I might probably have 10,000 generations now, but like I said, saying I've been doing it for a reason, not just for just fucking around, right? As a DJ, which I am, I'm creeping my way up that ladder now. Fucking gotten a few more places I've DJ'd here. Um, I've been making the original music for that, right? And I'm just about there with uh, enough. I've got enough music to do my own original show now, right? And it's none of this fucking bullshit like you hear these other DJs, these big. I don't know how these motherfuckers get rich off the same. They all have the exact same formula to their songs, right? It's called build and drop. That's basically all it is. You got your fucking repetitive do 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 boom boom boom, right? That's what they call the build and drop, and that is every motherfucking song out there, dude. This is what DJ tried to tell you. He's gonna tell you how to become a paid DJ, right? And the first thing you got to do is build one of these fucking stupid repetitive songs that are exactly like the same motherfuckers, because that's the formula they use. Build and drop, right? Build and drop, and it's like, god damn it, there's no way that I'm gonna do that, right? I just wanted the guy to teach me how to market the shit, but I've come up with a better plan than that right now. And so what I have now is I have this gigantic pile of killer, copyright-free, original music that I own the copyright on because I'm paying for the plan. And so now I'm ready to go on the DJ journey. I'm stuck here in AK in this small town where it's not really going to fly. But now that the probate's finally over, the house has finally been signed over to me. Oh yeah, by the way, big news, right? It got transferred over to me. So it's not quite over yet, but it might as well be, right? Because that was the game set match, was the deed to this house finally signed over to me a couple weeks ago. So very awesome. And this perhaps this spring I'll be able to break out, go somewhere. I think Forrest is moving to Denver, and he said I'd come down there. I won't go down there somewhere in the States where I can do this DJ show I got going on, right? And so it's crazy how much better the model's gotten compared to what I had before, what I've got now. I've been remastering everything, right? And so I haven't just fucked my life up with the music, right? It's actually going to pay off. My buddy who's on United Masters, right? He's got a handful of songs, maybe 10, 12 songs on there. He's already made 20 grand off this shit, 20K, right? And his music good, but the sheer volume of stuff that I'm going to have is going to be insane, right? And I'm going to market it to other DJs as a show for them to, they can fucking use the music, because every time they play it, I'll get paid. And so, what I wouldn't mind doing is sharing one little bit with you guys off that. But I want to switch over after this to, I brought up a movie, right? And we all watch movies, of course. It's not really a movie, it's a TV show, it's a series. It's called The Pendragon Cycle and The Rise of Merlin, it's called, right? And it's a retelling of the Arthurian tale, right? And it's fucking incredible shit, right? This is a British BBC thing, I think, right? But they have a huge budget, And it's like, it looks, the shit is movie quality, right? You know how some TV shows are like that. They got this gigantic budget, right? The retelling of the Arthurian legend, and it is fucking killer. If you get a chance to watch this shit, absolutely do it. The Pendragon cycle. We're gonna pull it up here in a minute, and I want to show you a bit where okay, it starts out. They're telling the story, the Rise of Merlin, right? And the first couple episodes are about like his father, right? Not even about Merlin yet, but you have to. They say in order to understand the guy, you got to understand where he came from. And so as the story goes, right? I think it's like they're like in this weir, a salmon weir or something like that. They're over in Ireland or some fucking thing, right? And they find this. There's a bundle trapped in one of their little salmon nets or fishing nets, right? And then they open it up and here's this kid in there, right? His baby, right? And they're like, burn it, it's a witch, right? But the one guy rushes forward and he says, do not, right? And claims the kid, right? And Halfgan's there, right? And Halfgan's like the guy that the predecessor to Merlin, right? And he says, no, this will be the most what do they call it? The most popular, not popular, most powerful bard ever, right? Musician, singer, right? And so, and it is this kid they call him what is Targaryen or something like that, right? And his name, one of those crazy names. But he's a bard, right? And when he sings songs about, okay, imagine back in these times back then, they couldn't just pick up and listen to music anytime they want. No, I mean, they'd have to have a bunch of people ascenders. The minstrels would have to be assembled, right, to play the music and sing and stuff like that. So music was not something readily available to them, right? And so every once in a while they get to hear it, and this is why probably they had a much more powerful connection to it, because it wasn't just readily available. Like here, I mean, we could turn on music any fucking time, any minute we want, put some headphones in, boom, there we are, immersed in it, right? They didn't have that type thing back in this era. I mean, if we believe this kind of shit, right? But what what kind of makes this really interesting is how they started out. They started out in Atlantis, right? And so this is what makes this one really cool retelling. They're showing how Atlantis, I mean, right before it goes under the ocean, right? And so how it relates towards, King Arthur and Merlin and whatnot, and so yeah, very interesting, because it ends up being that his father and this princess of Atlantis are the ones who are the parents of Merlin, right? And anyway, but the thing I wanted to show with the power of music, right, the power of song, how it does incredible things, is there's a scene at the end of episode 2 here where the fucking song literally saves their ass. I mean, you guys got to watch this, and I want to get your feedback on this too, right? But I mean, you look at it, and they're in this shit situation, right? and the music saves them. I got to put it on there. I don't want to spoil too much. Spoiler alert! It too much, right? Let me get this fucking switch pages here, and we'll go over to this bit. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, it says lost the audio to it, so I'm gonna have to redo it. We'll redo it. No big deal. And we'll get it right back up there, because this is such an interesting scene in this movie. Very powerful fucking scene, right? And I want you guys to see this and get your take on it. I mean, if you think this kind of shit is actually possible, because they save their asses with this fucking. How it goes down. You got to see it. Very interesting. Let's see. Is it up? Let's see. Let me put it up. I'll put it up with my logo down there. No, add to stage. I gotta remember how to use this thing. Okay, so here we are. We're at one of these pirate sites, right? Where I watch these movies on. And so we're gonna click on the scene. Now, him and his Atlantis princess wife are in someplace, right? Get this thing off there. They're in Maradunum, right? Someplace. I mean, they're going through this. They're about ready to be at war and all this crap, right? And so I'm gonna have to click on this a couple times. So a couple pop-up screens will come up before we get to it. But here, let's get to it here. Okay, there goes the pop-up screen number 1. Let's see if I can get it here. Hey, this guy speak in a different language, right? And now nobody can understand him. That's why they're laughing at him, because he's speaking in a completely different fucking language, very similar to like a Tower of Babel type thing, right? Okay, I found this very fucking interesting how he did that. See, this guy, this blonde-head kid, Targaryen or whatever the fuck his name is, he's like a Christian, right? He believes in, Jesu, right? And so how he did that, I found very interesting, right? This is why I really like this fucking series. You guys got to check this out, the Pendragon Cycle, right? And this is even the part that I'm getting to, right? The part I'm getting to is coming right next when they're getting ready to kill him, and the guy sings, right? And I've read about this kind of shit back in the early Wellspring. People could even do, they said they could make images appear with their voices, right? Images, right? Like holograms. And so these singers and minstrels, they were regarded very highly because of how the emotional connection and whatnot that was felt through song, right? And that's part of the subject. That's our main subject of what we're talking about right here today. And so this is why I'm showing this, because this scene really impressed me. And I wondered if this kind of shit could actually happen. And I believe it probably could. And that's why I wanted to get you guys' take on this and what you thought about this guy who just sat there. He just made him speak in a different fucking language. Crazy, right? So let's finish this off and we can have our discussion about this. We probably won't go on forever on here, but I really want to get you guys' take on this. It's really a fucking cool scene. Really a big budget series they got going on here. This is episode 2 of the Pendragon Cycle, called The Rise of Merlin. And we haven't even seen Merlin yet. This is Merlin's dad. There's his father and his mother here at this. They're trying to get a safe haven to stay. And that's why they're at this guy's land, this king, right? And this king is about ready to flay their ass right now. And so let's go ahead and check it back out, and we'll finish this up. It's not that much longer. And I want to talk about this. I want to get there. So that's the scene in this show that I was watching that, it just impressed me. And I think that kind of shit is actually possible, right? Right there, they were just getting ready to fucking kill them. And he started singing. You see how he closed his eyes and started to sing, and fucking all of them stopped dead in their tracks. And they put their swords away, and they started to sing with him, right? Insane. What happened? Did you guys not see that? Was that not playing? Stephen Crowley's eyes. What did any of you see it? Hear it? What was going on? This clip I just played? I hope so. I mean, it was up there. It was up on the screen. I mean, I was wondering when nobody was commenting, right? But did somebody tell me, did you get to see it or not? Anybody? We got 3 people in the room. I guess probably not. I don't know. I'm guessing that it played because, I mean, we've done this kind of shit before and it's worked. And the song, there was, we say, they don't like us to see too much. Well, what's going on, Joey? Did you guys get to see it or not? Just give me a yes or no. All I need to do. All you got to do, bro. Did it play or did it not? Down to 2 people. Maybe it didn't work. Anyway, if you didn't get to see it, you did get to see it. Good. So, see, I was watching this show. I wasn't really going to watch it, right? I was just kind of bored the other day when I got back from, I went out and I was DJ, right? And I was up late and I didn't have anything else to do. And I just looking at the site, the very site that I pulled that up on. And I was like, what the fuck's this? Pendragon Cycle, whatever. Started watching because I don't like watching modern TV because it's such garbage, right? And when this thing came on, I could tell it was different. So I watched one episode first, and I watched the second one. But this is the very ending of towards the ending of this show. This scene where they're ready to kill them, the whole place, all the warriors just pull their swords out and they're gonna fucking flay their asses. And he starts to sing, and within 30 seconds, he has changed. Within the very few fucking first words of his song, he changed the entire fucking room's mood, and they all start putting their swords away. And he's singing about the fighting season, right? The war. They all have memories of fucking war, of course. People who died there, they've lost people, whatever, right? Start singing about that right there. Very fucking emotional attachment that he gets these fighting men to put their fucking swords down. right? Just by singing. And then the king said it right there at the end. Uh, all men within the sound of your voice are you're the master of all men within the sound of your voice, they say, right? He said that. The king said that. And then he just gives him, he just hands the shit over to him. He gets down on his knees after one fucking song, right? And so you have to understand too that, okay, if it truly is like they say back then, they had no music, right? They had no music they could listen to anytime, right? You'd have to assemble a whole band of people or whatever, or somebody would at least have to sing, right? And not everybody was a singer, I'm sure, right? So they didn't have music readily available to them, and music is a very emotional attachment to music. We have it to sound, at least what they call ASMR, the auditory signal meridian response. This is something you cannot control, right? It controls you. And so this song, I think, is very extremely possible that this dude immediately fucking saved their lives and changed the room, got those guys to not kill them just by singing, right? Just by fucking singing, right? It wasn't even that long of a song. It was a minute, fucking dozen lines or so, right? And just literally, there it was. They put their swords down. King drops to his knees, gives him his fucking kingdom, right? One song. Wow. Is that really possible? And I believe it is. And this is why, I mean, it's possible to make a lot of money off that shit too, right? How many people, I mean, how many of these fucking bands out there, right? They sing shit that's just basically garbage. Look at these rappers fucking singing trash, right? And they're making fortunes off it. And people, fans, adore them, right? The power of music, the emotional connection there. There isn't much things that can control your emotions like that. And music is definitely one of them. And now they even say, even way back further when, back to the Wellspring type people, they could even sing, images would be conjured out of the air from their song, the songs they would sing. And they say that people had the ability to do that back then. It's almost like holograms, right? Would appear. I know, right? I'm not sure how much I believe, but I don't know. It's just crazy enough to be the truth, isn't it? And they said that these people who could do that, these singers, they were more powerful than any fucking kings, rulers, or anything, right? You just saw it right there in that fucking portrayed in that clip where this singer just pretty much just one song and fucking they drop their swords and fucking king gives them his kingdom, right? Boom. Far more powerful than any fucking politician would ever be is a fucking song. Elvis, right? Yeah, but Elvis, once again, great singer, love him, right? But what do you sing about? Being a hound dog and shit? Sure, great. Beatles, what? Fucking Beatles, great. They're mostly CIA construction right there. But yeah, how they controlled like when I see those films where they show girls screaming and shit like that. No, those are CIA fucking operatives. They're doing all that screaming, right? Fucking trying to convince these other girls to do the same shit, and they did, right? It was all con. They used the vehicle of music, though. There's also, how many times have you guys heard that there's a certain drum beat that they call it the satanic one, the one that'll put you in a hypnotic state, right? It'll put you in a trance, the fucking most suggestible state. It's part of hypnotism. Elvis, yeah, great singer, whatever, right? Once again, he was propped up there by the very fucking foreskin chewers that we talk about here, right? People in control. They don't put anybody up. Like, remember you just said, they don't want to see too much. There was a guy like this guy, Tassian or whatever his name was. There was a guy like that. Oh, yeah. Do you think they let him live, right? Think they let him put that shit out? From what he just did right there? Hell no, right? Anyway, let's see what Stephen Crowley's saying. Maybe that's the reason you know who have really done the music industry. Yes, it's 100% why. My very DJ show called Frequency, right? And it's centered around the way the old music back in the day, all music was in 432 hertz. Now all modern music is in 440 hertz because 432 is a natural frequency, right? It's a healing frequency. 440 is an aggravating frequency. It'll create angst. Why do you think these fuckers are shooting each other, right? I think the construct of hip hop, 440 hertz, right? And the way they've got them. I mean, look at Chicago, right? They shoot the joggers shoot each other all week, right? If there's anybody killed, that would be a shocker. They kill a dozen people every weekend. How many of them do you think are classical musicians? I can guarantee you most of them are rappers, though. Right? There's dead people. People who are shooting each other. Guaranteed. Right? Because it's a powerful thing. Music can save your life or fuck it up. It can. And I went through it right now, just now, right? It saved me from the grief I was suffering from. Making a song, put it out there. People listen to it, and that pulled the emotion right off saved me, right? Saved my ass. We went through it, right? And this is why I believe the scene that we just saw is 100% possible, right? And so, anyway, this was the subject of what we're going on about here today. Can music save your life or just fuck it up? I believe it can do both, right? Depending on how you're going to use that music. If you're going to be a rapper rapping about bitches and hoes and getting paid, give me that money, you know, probably what's going to happen, right? How many fucking famous rappers get killed over that shit, right? What are we talking? Tupac, Biggie, right there, right? And then like, look at these rock stars, right? They go travel around, fucking on tour. All they do is fuck groupies. They end up fucking. Look at some of the some of them don't survive, right? A lot of them don't. And the ones that do survive, I mean, look how they're aged before their time, right? Dave Mustaine, one of my favorite fucking musicians, right? Megadeth for a man, poor guy, man. His fucking neck is all stove up from all that headbanging and shit. This is same age I am, right? And I'm still snowboarding and fucking doing whatever the fuck I want because I live just a little bit differently, right? And I still have all this, right? Fucking people will comment about it. I just for my birthday, just had my birthday, right? I don't like to bring that up because everybody asks me how old I am, and I don't fucking like telling them because it freaks them out. Some of you guys know that yes, I'm a bit older than I look. So, but that's what I got for you guys today. Maybe we'll do one of these one last song for you guys before on the way out here, and I'd like to get you guys' take on it. I'm trying to get some feedback on this stuff before I throw it out there. Go all in on it, right? I'm all in on it already. Joey says, God came in my heart while listening to Jack's 432 Hertz. Boom, right there. Another testimony right there. Jack speaks in 432, right? What a fucking amazing deal, right? What an amazing deal. And so going through this lately too, right? I've been singing these songs stuff, right? Okay, the way I hear my voice is far different than what you guys hear, right? I've realized that. How many times has anybody ever recorded their voice? You record your voice and listen to your recorded voice. The first time you go, who the fuck is this, right? Because you can't recognize it. Because what you're hearing is far different than what's they're hearing or what's going out there. When you talk, you're hearing the vibration all through your chest cavity, through your head, everything, right? You're hearing your own larynx through all that. What you hear is far different than what they hear. And I remember the first time I heard my recorded voice, I fucking was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is that, right? And everybody's like, that's you. And I'm like, no, the fuck way, right? That can't be. Yes, Jack does have the greatest voice ever. He does. Change his fucking voice into 432 is amazing. Amazing shit. Everybody always told me I had a great voice too, right? But that guy, absolutely. I used to listen to him just to hear his voice, right? Because it's 432. It gives you you don't know. I had no clue why I was addicted to listening to him, right? Until he told me, when he said that, I was like, fuck, there it is. It all makes sense, right? Didn't matter what he was saying. I just wanted to hear it, right? And I'm sure there's a lot of us like that. That's how we became emotionally attached to this gentleman because of his voice, his 432, very natural, very healing fucking frequency. I mean, I'm gonna have to try it apparently because I could probably pull it off. I can have the deeper quality of my voice if I need to, or I can go high, right? When I was Joe Border, I used to always, what the fuck, right? All that shit. But when I speak in my regular voice, this is basically how it is, right? And so, and when I sing, I'm deep baritone, right? And I've noticed that too. When I record the songs I'm singing, they are so fucking much different than what I'm hearing when I'm doing it, right? And so this is a problem that I'm overcoming. I'm trying to figure out, right? There's this voice conditioner I have down here, put it on beatbox mode, and it pulls a lot of that, records a lot of the stuff that you don't get regularly, right? And they say you point your microphone more towards your chest too, and you'll pick up more of the chest reverberation too, right? And your voice will be more like what I'm hearing rather than what's going out there. And there's another thing like that too, right? Okay, we were talking about this the other day. A friend of mine's going through, broke up with his girl, right, and stuff. And he was talking about what do you think she thinks of me? I go, dude, she has an idea in her mind of you. She doesn't know who you are. She has nobody. There's anybody on the earth who knows who you are. They only have an idea of who they think you are, right? They have no clue who you really are. They have this image of you that they have in their mind. It's not you, right? Not even close. And most women are like that too, right? Especially up here, they build this image of what they want you to be, what they want, and it's far and removed from what you really are. And that's everybody on earth, and everybody knows that. Crack beer here. We're coming up 10 minutes on an hour. We'll go for an hour then, because I probably got to bounce out and go do some door dashing. Got to make a little bit of money and get. I'm going to go ahead and create this United Masters account. It's this website, right? One of the places where you can get a fair deal out of your talents, not one of these whoish fucking tribe fucking things, right? That's what I've been working on lately with my buddy, right? Who's a guitarist and stuff like that. Hopefully we're gonna collaborate, right? But he has been selling his original music on this. He uses a site called United Masters, and you pay $59.99 for a whole year, and you can upload all the songs that you got, right? Unlimited, and they'll help you market it. They'll distribute it and help you market it, and they get paid. That's why get this. You can listen to the music on there for free, right? That's how they're doing it. It's a fucking genius thing, rather than having to pay 99 cents to hear a fucking song. No, you can hear it for free. If you want to download it, yeah, sure, you pay then, right? And that's the cool thing too. How much does that work? Businesses around here, right? They advertise that you come in, you get a free whatever. Fuck, people show up in droves, right? The thought of getting something for free will will loosen your pocket or your purse strings, right? You're gonna give it to them. It's just like the guys who do this with digital products, right? I'm gonna give you this free ebook, right? Doesn't cost them jack or shit. But if they give them something for free, then you're giving them something of value. You're building that, right? Even though we have that get what you pay for thing, right? Anything you get free, you don't really feel like it's worth anything most of the time, right? Unless something you do get value out of. But yeah, anyway, that's where I'm at, and that's what I was at and wanted to throw down today was how, yes, music is very powerful. The sound going into your ears can have a lot of control over you. Like I said, anytime like these people who have these asthma channels, right? Auditory signal meridian response. They're sitting there, videos of them eating popcorn and shit like that. People watch that shit. They put that on before they go to sleep, right? And then you get all kinds of watch hours, right? You're sitting there chewing on an apple or whatever, right? Sounds of fucking waterfall, water babbling, right? It's a healing frequency. You sit down by a creek, right? And it saves you from the story the guy told me when he said I was going to kill myself. He said, fuck it, I got a gun. I was going to go in the woods and do it so nobody would know I have to clean up my mess. He said he went and walked around through the woods. By the time he got into the woods, just hearing the sounds and stuff like that, and he started sitting around in there and hanging around. He said he was in there, it wasn't even an hour, and he decided he wasn't going to kill himself anymore, right? He had such a good time sitting in the woods, listening to the goddamn sounds of nature, that it completely turned it around for him, and he left completely fucking happy and renewed, right? Boom, right there. That's why I go down and hang down by the creek, right? Which I can't do in the winter because it's frozen solid down. I miss it. I miss the fucking creek. Right? I still go down there every once in a while. It's fucking cold as fuck down there. There ain't no fucking really good sound. The birds, that's nothing, right? It sucks. Great in the summer though. Thank you, Chris Stephen. Great to see you guys too. It is. It does my heart good. I know that we probably only got a few people in the room at this time, because I've been so inconsistently lately. I've been actually haven't had anything for you guys. I've been busy as fuck. And so, but I'm going to try to make a point of getting back to doing it again. I'm starting to get back into doing some more stand-up, but I've really been trying to nail this DJ job, right? And now they got a spot open for a karaoke host, and I want to try to grab that one if I can grab that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this DJ music that I've been making. I'm going to bring that show back into the place into Anchorage, and I'm going to try to get that because I think Anchorage is a place that can handle this. And this show, the music that I'm making now is far removed from what I was making, when I first started a year, 2 years, whatever ago what it was. Now the model is so insanely good now, and we're listening to one on the opening coming in here, right? And so I would like to share another example with you guys before I go of a quick sampling of some of the stuff that I've been making, and this stuff is really it's gotten so much better now. It's insane what can be done with it. And so also as I explained in the beginning of this, how the grief that I was going through from my mother passing, right? And I wrote the words down, I wrote them out of me, right? And that helped. And then when I made a song from it, it helped more. But when that song got out there and the 18,000 people or whatever listened to it, the emotion, the grief was pulled, the piano was pulled right off my back on its own, right? I was more shocked than anybody how well it worked, how completely it fucking worked. The transfer of emotion, right? Through the music, through the song, the one fucking song that saved my fucking life, right? Had I not been using this fucking AI model, I'd probably still be wallowing in that pit of fucking despair. I know I would. Right? And it's gone now. It is. It saved my fucking, gave me my life back. Right? And that's the power of music. I had no clue. No fucking clue. That's why I wanted to pass this on to you guys. So I'm telling these people that know me around here, right? They're saying, man, dude, you're so, why are you so, they're seeing the real me, right? The guy who's always happy, the guy who's big grin on his face, right? The charisma, the guy, that guy. They're seeing that guy, not this fucking moping fucking cunt that I was, right? They're finally seeing the guy that you guys knew before my mom passed, right? Remember the guy? Remember that guy? Yeah, he's still here. Just finding him again, right? Just barely get back to it, right? It's strange too, right? It is. It's almost like it seems like I was an entirely different person. Not even kidding you, right? And this is how fucking completely that the grief had a hold of me. Joey Wrench, yeah. I'm on StreamYard, right? Can't do it right now, but I'll get that going on, right? I'm trying to get back to it, right? We're gonna get back to it, but yeah, I'll look at one of your comments when I get onto YouTube later, and I'll wrench you up. Don't worry. Try to remember that. I think I will. I will. But anyway, yeah. So this is something that I'm trying to pass on to you guys, right? If you have somebody, somebody who's has grief in their life, is going through the shit I was going through, this is exactly how to overcome this, right? And it's complete and it's fast. Dude, how quickly it happened also blows me away, right? And I was lucky because it had not. I think that the emotion would have come out of me far less than 18,000 plays on that song, right? Probably even if probably maybe 20 people would have listened to it, it probably would have worked, right? Sure, it was probably better that there was that many plays, but I'm telling you, once they're saying that you can even write your grief, whatever you things that you're sad about on paper, and then burn it, and it goes up into the universe, right? That they say that works, and I can tell you for sure that as soon as I wrote those words down on paper, the words describing what I was going through, finding my mom cold and dead on the floor, right? That song. As soon as I wrote that down, it helped. And after I made the song, it helped more. But after I listened to all those times, that's when the true magic happened. And so, since I've been babbling about it so much, let's go ahead and listen to the whole thing. It's a long song, but let's listen to part of it, and so you guys will know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to find it first, and I'll pull it up on screen, and we'll go ahead and listen to it. And you guys will see what I was talking about. And this song was one of my early ones, right? That I made quite a long time ago. And so I have a playlist here, my top 100 songs, and it's at the top of that because I pinned it. So I'm going to pull the screen up and I'll share it. And You guys can hear it, and if you want to, or if you don't want to, that's cool too. But the song that saved my dumb ass, actually, it's not the second song. What the hell? Oh yeah, it's right here. It's called "I'll Always Be Your Baby Boy," and so here we go. All the oh, right.
Please forgive me for these words that I must say, but I have to ask you kindly try not to think about me today, because every time that you do, I always have a dream of you, and I have to find a way where I don't wake up wanting to break every face I see today.
Here it is.
Finding the only person I adore, lying cold and dead upon the floor. All my strength just drained away on what is now my worst day. I don't ever want to wake up again, but I know I'm not that lucky a man. So please forgive me, please forgive me. On Easter Sunday you ascended, and now my poor little heart is rendered, and I still don't know what to do. Now that I have to live without you, I'm still shackled to this mortal coil, cursed to walk the earth in toil. And even though I can hear your voice telling me I should rejoice, I can't seem to shake all this dread, and there's no damn way to clear my head. And no matter how hard I try, I keep on asking the thin little why. Why couldn't God wait a little longer, at least until I was a little stronger? So please forgive me, please forgive me. I used to think that I was tough, and God came along and called me up, because death is something that I don't fear, unless it's for someone I hold dear. And even though I'm trying my best, I can't seem to get any rest. And it's been such a really long while since I've seen my own damn smile. And the big thing that I don't know, if I'm ever gonna let you go. But on a fateful day and hour, you left this earth with your full power. You are such a huge success, and I know that I will be much less.
My mama.
So please forgive me, please forgive me.
Right here. Okay.
Even though I'm still alive, I seem to have lost all my drive. I'm a shadow of my former self. I've even given up on my own damn health. Now every day is meaningless. My life's become a big hot mess. Somehow I have to find my joy, so I can once again be your baby boy. And the one thing that I hate the most is now I'm living like a ghost. I never leave the house I haunt, and I know that I will always want to go back to that painful day and have just one more chance to say I love Ma right to the end, and get one last hug from my best friend.
See? You see the emotion that came out of me? Still here too. That's just in the lesson.
I want you to know that it's not forever, just until I get a little better. So let's cry one last time together and try not to think of each other. Until you, God, I pray that you will bring me a day where I don't have to chase my precious memory away. So please forgive
that's pretty much the gist of the whole song, right? But you can see the emotion that came out of me on that. It's everything I was going through, right? I wrote it right out, straight from the heart. And that's basically the end of the song. There's a little more left. It's just mostly the forgive me thing, right? And I say one more time, I say the line, I have to go and find my joy so I can once again be your baby boy, right? So that song, you can see that very emotionally charged, and this is probably why I got so many plays and was so popular, right? A lot of people, they were able to identify with that emotion too, right? The thought of losing somebody that was so close to you, right? And this is probably why I did so well. But there's the very vehicle that saved me from the spirit of grief, right? It gave me my life back. That fucking song right there. So I hope you liked it. And I like the song too. I can sing it. I can sing the whole thing, right? Yeah, I know it word for word. And it's a very emotionally charged song. And even so, I haven't listened to it for a while. Because sometimes when I listen to it, of course, it'll make me cry, right? And that's why I try not to listen to it too much anymore, right? And I did a couple more. There was one that I called "Don't Be Sad," right? Because she used to tell me that too. And then and also one of our good friends here too, Farm Girls. She told me that. She gave me that advice: "Don't be sad. Your mom wouldn't want you to be sad." And so I wrote a song like that too, and it's another one of those emotionally charged songs, right? Something very dear and near and dear. And then the one that my mom wrote that I changed into the missing and murdered Indigenous woman's thing, right? It's on the channel here. Hasn't got very many plays, right? But also emotionally charged song, right? And she wrote it. She said, Alaska and me are looking for you, right? Because one of her friends went missing or something like that. And this was years ago. And when I made that into a song, oh my God, so many people could identify with that song. A lot of people right here in this group too. Right? But the people in my family and stuff like that, they're just completely fucking, I mean, you feel that one right away too, right? And that was another one of the songs I couldn't listen to without crying because I had that much of an emotional attachment to it. And put that one up on my latest upload, and I made a video about it too with the people that put the red paint hand on it because they're the people they don't want to hear their fucking they don't want to hear that we're dying, right? They're trying to stop that. And so that's what put the red hand over their mouth, right? Painting the red hand that signifies them trying to silence the people, right? And so if you want to give a listen, feel free to. I changed it from Alaska and me to America me because the opening line is I wonder if Alaska knows when one of her daughters is gone, right? Really, and people immediately right away, man, boom, you get this twinge at your heart, right? And so I changed to America, right? I wonder if America knows when one of her daughters is gone. And one of the things that I did was I took and put the red handprint on the Statue of Liberty, right? And that is the finals in it, right? America with the red hand on it, right? I thought that was a pretty cool depiction. Get this, the AI wouldn't do it, wouldn't do it correctly, right? Because safety issues or some bullshit, right? All right. Thanks for joining, you guys. It was great to talk with you guys again. I hope you got something out of this. And if you know anybody who's grieving, then share this with them. That they can actually. I mean, dude, I got over it so completely and so perfectly through music, right? Through writing that song and putting it out there and people listening to it. Boom! It happened on its own. It happened all on its own. It was a beautiful thing, and that's why you see the smiling face today, right? And so, thanks a lot for joining, you guys. It's really good to be back on here, and I'm feeling good. And I'm gonna go out with on a higher note than that. That was kind of a little depressing, right? Let's go out on a higher note. I'm gonna play one of these ones from the DJ show that I found. Everybody hears this shit and they just fucking become immediately attached to it. Not the opening one, which is awesome, which is fucking killer. I love this opening riff, right? It's amazing. All right, fuck it. We're doing it. And we're gonna go on to the
Frequency free.
Go ahead, listen.
Frequency is free.
38 seconds in. Right about here.
Frequency. Frequency free. Frequency free.
I love this bit. All right. Oops. Anyway, that's the opener of the show, the DJ show. And I'm going to have that up on the screen too, right? Fucking shit, just shreds. I was sitting in my car listening to it while I was warming it up the other day, leaving the bar, and two kids that were like 21 years old came by and opened my door up and said, what's that you're listening to? I said, get in. And they got in and listened to it with me. And they were like, this is the shit. It was that very riff playing, right? But this one right here, Frequency versus FREAKIN'STEIN, and that's my new DJ name, FREAKIN'STEIN, right? But when I get onto United Masters, I'm going to be DJ Replay. So here you go. I'm going to go out with this one, and we'll see you next week, guys. See you next week. I'll get you a wrench, Joey. I know you're probably the only one left in the room, but maybe some people will listen to it on replay, but I love this song. Check it out. This is the dance song right here, baby.
Frequency is on time and FREAKIN'STEIN is alive. Guitar strings are attached. Guitar strings are attacked. You can't feel it. My main man's FREAKIN'STEIN, freaking all the time. My main man's frequency freaking your mind. They said they know how to FREAKIN'STEIN. Said they know how to freaking whine, but they ain't feeling it. No, they can't FREAKIN'STEIN. The real thing is alive. Let it rock your mind. FREAKIN'STEIN. His guitar plays for you and his dance moves higher. He rocks this place for you, and his song is on fire. Fire bad. They came frequency, frequency, you see. Versus FREAKIN'STEIN, freaking all the time. FREAKIN'STEIN. Frequency is on time, and FREAKIN'STEIN is alive. FREAKIN'STEIN, freaking all the time. Serve it with wine, a rock and roll fight. Rocking the crowd all night.
Oh, this looks so funky.
My hands up. Your hands up. He's a free man. My main man's frequency. My main man's FREAKIN'STEIN. It's your first time. Gonna do it again. Gonna do it again. Can't you feel it? They call me FREAKIN'STEIN, the real thing. I'm alive. Let me show you a time. My guitar plays for you, and my dance is for you. I say this is for you, and this song is for you. FREAKIN'STEIN. 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 Rocking us all the time. It's alive.
sure to me about this one though? Oh, no. Yeah, that was a good one. This one, very well done. All right, we're gonna sign out here.
Sound you hear in your heart when it beats.
The words I wrote in this one are incredible.
It's the way you move through the air that I breathe. It's the smell of grass and the wind through the trees. It's the look of light in the dark that I see. You could run away, they can run away,
right,
but
guys.
I'll be here to stay.
Yeah.
It'll set you free. It's a frequency. It'll set you free. It happens frequently.
And it does.
Set you free.
And it will.
It's a frequency.
Yeah, baby.
You can have it for free.
Give it away for free.
It happens frequently. My frequent la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
All right, see you next time.
It's the scent you smell in the grass and the breeze. The breeze is the taste of rain in the air on your cheek.